Hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Allen with Earthglow, and this channel is all about sharing the joy of candle making. In today's video, I sort of impulse purchased a lot of fragrances in large, generally 16-ounce bottles from the Flaming Candle, because these fragrances had such good reviews that I couldn't pass them up. And you all know that I'm coming out with my rustic collection in 2023, and I was looking for more fragrances to try out, but because the reviews were so good, I just bought large bottles right off the bat. So it's gonna be kind of a fun video, like actually smelling these fragrances. And you all know that this is generally what I do, is just buy the 16-ounce bottles, because then I have a good amount to test. And yeah, I'm a little crazy and proud. But anyways, if this brings a smile to your face, consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell so that my videos can appear in your newsfeed and you get an alert when I post a new video. Anyways, let's get right into it. So the first one that I'm going to be trying out is called Birch and Black Pepper, and this one I have smelled before, because if any of you remember back in one of my hauls from a few months ago, I purchased a 1-ounce bottle of this fragrance and fell in love with it. Now I am still yet to try this in a candle, but this fragrance is so unique. You get the birch and you get the black pepper. And by the way, I think I have like a thing for birch fragrances. I love white birch from Candle Science. I am just like, anything that has birch in it, I am generally very biased because I'm so positive about it. Like, not always, but most things that I've smelled with birch, I'm like in love with. Anyways, this fragrance is definitely like what some people might describe as more masculine leaning, but to me it's kind of androgynous, like just a gender fluid fragrance. And it's such a high-end smelling fragrance. Like, if you've ever been in West Elm and you have smelled like some of what their candles are like there, for example, it just has that vibe to it for me. You get like a really strong base profile with this one as well. It has sandalwood, cedarwood that I pick up. I'll put the fragrance notes on the screen for you as well. But this one is really, really special, and I can't wait to try it out in my soy candles and my beeswax soy and cocoa cream candles. And the next one I'm going to be trying out is called, should we do sandalwood and suede next? I really don't know what to expect from this. What I'm looking for basically is something like Aztec's Barnwood, but that fragrance I can't use, unfortunately, because it does have phthalates, I believe, in it. And those are not something that I include in my candle line. So I'm hoping that this fragrance has the same aesthetic, but it's like a really woody fragrance, almost like a wet piece of barnwood, is what I'm going for. And this one, I think, all of these fragrances were very well reviewed. So I was like, I have to try it. But some of them I did get smaller bottles on, because, like, for example, Candle Science, I tried their suede and smoke fragrance, and really, like, it was not my favorite at all. It just reminded me of someone's hair almost after they've been like at a campfire, kind of like their fireside. And by the way, the Flaming Candle's fireside does not remind me of that at all, but that's a story for a different day. Ooh. Okay, this fragrance, there's something about a lot of these fragrances from the Flaming Candle that they have a very clean, smooth finish to them, and they're very well balanced, cohesive fragrances. This one I'm really kind of liking. It definitely is like a piece of wood, but like there's more to it. There's like some smoke to it. Like, damn, this fragrance is really, really surprising me. This is nothing like Candle Science's Suede and Smoke, which is really smoky, like that smoke in your hair almost type of a smoky. This is really intriguing to me in a number of ways. Yes, I need to go smell the barnwood from Aztec and see how this compares, because that's the fragrance that I was trying to match, but not with the phthalates. Okay, I'm gonna go grab it and I'm gonna be right back here. Okay, so I'm back with the barnwood from Aztec that I was trying to match, and okay, yeah. There's something about this that's really special that I don't quite get with this other fragrance. Now that I'm like comparing them side by side, I thought they were a lot closer than they actually are, out of the bottle at least. Yeah, this barnwood has a really like almost a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's a deep, rich fragrance. And this sandalwood and suede is beautiful. Like I could definitely see this being a wonderful, like masculine leaning, woody, earthy, but clean, really refined fragrance, but it does not, for me, pick up quite what I'm going for with this barnwood. However, I'm gonna be considering it for mixes because it does have a lot in common with barnwood. And I'm gonna be putting the fragrances that I am gonna be doing a lot more testing with on this platter here, and I'm definitely gonna be adding this sandalwood and suede. The next fragrance I wanna try out is, let's do this Bayberry and Silver Oak. There were a lot of these that I purchased that I really didn't know what to expect at all, but they just sounded so like, I'm really going for that kind of quaint, almost like Pottery Barn, West Elm, but done like artisan style vibe with my rustic collection, where it's a very rural, simplistic type of an aesthetic that I'm going for. Autumnal in a way, but it's gonna be a year-round collection. So let's check out this Bayberry and Silver Oak. Something is telling me that this one is gonna be really good, or really unique at very least. Ooh, this takes me back to childhood. Being in Elkhart, Indiana, I believe. No, Shipshewana, Indiana. And being at the Department 56 stores, like in the winter time when there's snow, and it's a picturesque scene. It's almost like got some cranberry to it that I'm picking up, or some sort of a currant cranberry absinthe type quality. Yes, I'm really feeling this one. Yes, Bayberry. I'm getting the Bayberry. I'm getting something that reminds me of what I picture Silver Oak smelling like, even though I have no idea what that would be. This is really good. I'm getting some pine notes to this one as well. Wow, really excited to try that one in a candle and see how that one is. Okay, next let's check out this tobacco and caramel. And a lot of my customers, when I've listed fragrances with tobacco in them, have been like, oh my gosh, is it gonna smell like cigarette smoke? Like, I have to be very clear with what tobacco smells like in a fragrance, that it's a very sweet, earthy smelling fragrance and nothing like cigarette smoke. So just a little heads up, if you ever list a fragrance and put that as one of the notes, that sometimes people like to have a little bit more description if they're not familiar with tobacco. Okay, this is like Candle Science's spiced honey and Tonka. Wow, yeah, almost from what I can recall of that fragrance, which by the way is one of my popular sellers. I sell it under the name of Honey Citrine Glow. Yeah, this reminds me so much of Spiced Honey and Tonka by Candle Science. It's beautiful, but I don't think you need both. It's kind of an either or type of a thing, but I would highly recommend checking out one of them. Next, let's take a look at this charcoal Tonka. And this one, I don't think had that many good reviews, but it was like on one of the same pages as the other ones I was looking at. So I was like, this sounds so interesting. And I was kind of thinking, like, I don't know, like it just sounds rustic to me. And I have no idea what to expect from this one, basically. Okay. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. I'm getting the charcoal. I'm definitely getting the Tonka. Maybe I wish I was getting a little bit less of the Tonka. Maybe I would blend this with Fireside by the Flaming Candle, which to me I sell in my Christmas collection as Naughty List. And it's definitely got that like leathery quality, but in a really refined way. Nothing like leather from Candle Science. If you're looking for straight leather, check out Candle Science's leather. But if you're looking for more of like a blended, cohesive, refined leather, check out Candle Science's, or check out Flaming Candle's Fireside. This, I would be really curious how it would be blended with that. Yeah, this is, I'm getting the charcoal and the Tonka. I'm picking up some cedar wood as well, and maybe like some sandalwood with this one. But the charcoal and the Tonka are definitely the most prominent notes, and I'm very intrigued. Let's take a look at this tobacco and bay leaf. I really did kind of go all out on the tobacco fragrances because I just wanted something that has that kind of nostalgic, out in the countryside, like in nature, when the sun's setting type of a feel, that quaint, picturesque, rural, simplistic feel to it. So let's check this tobacco out. Tobacco and bay leaf out. And I don't think this one had as many good reviews either as some of the other ones, but it was on one of the same pages. So I was like, I'll just get a littler bottle and see. Ooh, damn! Flaming Candle, this is like, I'm so far intrigued with like all of these. Really intriguing. So this one is definitely more herbal. And you get a lot of the bay leaf. The tobacco for me is more in the background, at least right out of the bottle. But it's super refined smelling as well. And it's got a lot of things that I can't quite pick up. There's a lot of herbal notes to this one, like maybe some basil or even a hint of a citrus in this one that I'm picking up, maybe as a top note. Or it could be one of the more herbal medicinal type leaves that I'm smelling. Maybe even a hint of lemon in this one. But yeah, really interesting. All right, next up, let's check out this patchouli amber. And I'm typically not a big fan of patchouli, but I love anything amber. Like I will just buy a company's every single fragrance that they have with amber. Like I'll go in like the scent finder type things and just like search for amber, and I will just buy everything that has that in it because I am obsessed with that fragrance note. So I had to try this, and ooh. Okay, yeah, this reminds me a little bit of Cracklin' Birch by this reminds me of Cracklin' Birch by Nature's Garden, but Cracklin' Birch is better, at least out of the bottle, and Cracklin' Birch has an exceptional scent throughout in a candle, so I don't really know how this could beat it. This does have more amber in it than the Cracklin' Birch does, but yeah, it's so similar that if you're looking for something like this, I would just go with the Nature's Garden. All right, next up, let's try this redwood and cedar. And this one, again, I expect something really earthy and woody. I hope it doesn't smell like that floor polish stuff that you use on wood floors that's like Old English or whatever to polish furniture. I'm hoping it doesn't smell like that. It kind of smells like floor polish, like furniture polish, like Old English. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this one. Is it sophisticated? Maybe. Is it for me? I don't think so. At least not out of the bottle. I may play with this one as a blender. Like maybe try mixing it with that sandalwood and suede. But this one just is not giving me very good vibes. It smells like a furniture cleaner. It smells like Old English, like I remember Old English smelling. and I need to just stop because it's like, it's not working for me personally. But I think if you're looking for like something that smells like redwood and cedar, I think it smells like redwood and cedar, but out of the bottle, it's just hitting me with that floor polish, furniture cleaner type of an aesthetic, and it's really turning me off. And the last one for this haul is vanilla birch. And vanilla is another note that is so nice to have in fragrances, even for people who don't like vanilla. Just to have a hint of that in a fragrance often adds a nice base note, as well as sandalwood can be another base note, and patchouli. But vanilla is one that is just so good to have in there, just a little bit of it. But I'm really curious about this because it also has the birch, and we are gonna see what the hype is. Ooh! Okay, this one, as I literally spill fragrance oil on my shirt. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. So this vanilla birch is my favorite of all of them by far. So if you can only get one of these to try out, well, don't get anything yet because I want to try them in candles because this is just out of the bottle. But my goodness, this vanilla birch, it's so good. This is like West Elm, like 110%, even way more than the birch and black pepper. This one I'd be curious to blend with birch and black pepper. This gives me the vibes of like the Bath & Body, what fragrance is it that I'm thinking of by Bath & Body Works? Warm Vanilla Sugar. This gives me the warm vanilla sugar vibes 110%, but it's a little bit more elevated in a way because it has that birch note and it just adds another sort of dimension to the fragrance. Well, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know in the comment section which one of these fragrances you're most intrigued by, or if you've tried any of these in a candle. I cannot wait to do more testing with a lot of these fragrances, and I will keep you all up to date on how these perform in my soy wax candles and in my beeswax soy and cocoa cream candles. Thank you so much for watching, and happy candle making.